I know Watchmen came out like a long time ago, but I haven't still watched the movie. And now I think I'm giving it a chance to watch it. One of the reasons why I didn't watch this movie is because I don't really know the characters, so I just want to get to know these characters. And that's why I'm watching this movie. Let's watch the movie. Okay, who the hell is this guy? He's really good at writing. Well, I just want to make it very clear that I know nothing about Watchmen. I mean, I didn't know that Dr. Manhattan is on the team, but other than that, I don't think he's even part of the team. I'm not even sure, but that's just to make it very clear that I know nothing. So this, well, I want to know something about them.
It's a joke. It's all a joke.
And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable.
He's dead.
Unforgettable too.
To you too, Silk Spectre.
I have a real name I've been using a couple years now. Try it.
Whatever you say. Lori.
What are you doing here?
The comedian is dead. Rorschach wants me to look into my future, see if the killer's ever publicly identified.
Already warned Driver. Game no more than you do.
He's naked.
My future is blocked by some kind of temporal interference.
He's naked. I mean, I think that was he's designing the comics. So you know, when you try to stick to comics, sometimes you get this. I'm not really angry about it. It's just he's naked, and they're talking to him, and he's naked, and it's like it's normal.
Backward through what
Right.
you perceive as time, therefore obscuring my vision of the present. I must return to my work.
Wait a minute. What if that's why someone wants us out of the way? So we can't do anything to stop it.
Goodbye, Rorschach.
Took a lot of effort to get in here to see you. I'm not leaving until I've had my say.
He's powerful, very powerful.
Seems like there's a lot of things you don't tell me these days, John.
I didn't want to worry you prematurely. If Adrian and I can solve the energy crisis, war may be averted.
But you always say that time is simultaneous. If that's true, then how can you change?
Lori, you're still young. You don't know. Things change. What happened 40 years ago. I'm 67 years old. Every day.
Oh, she looks great for a 67-year-old, you know. She really looks great.
Even the grimy parts of it keep on getting brighter.
No wonder why he died. Look at what he's doing. He was not a great man. I felt sorry for him, but now, not really. Yeah, you run. When you see a giant person like this, you run. Just shoot him, not ban him. Shoot.
My face!
Yeah, he deserved to die. He deserved to die. Whoever killed him, he did a great job.
She was pregnant. And you gunned her down.
Dude likes violence. He really does love violence. I don't know to shoot them.
Goddamn. You're looking at it.
It does look, these suits were amazing. I'm not gonna lie. These suits were really amazing.
But that was fucking war. This. I never done anything like this.
What did you do?
Here I am.
What did you do that is worse than shooting women and children?
The truth is, you're the closest thing to a friend I got. What the fuck does that say? Shit. Your name. Oh, your name was on the list.
Is that dark enough?
Yeah, that's dark enough. The weight of the world's on him. But does he quit? Nah, he can take it. News vendors always close. They're the... Oh, God, here comes that homeless guy again.
I told you, this month's issue still hasn't arrived yet. Why do you care about that right-wing rag so much? Those bastards don't give a damn about you, pal. Hold up. Here it comes.
Was that a Black Panther comic? Believe it, I think it was written Black Panther, right? It's nice that they do, they kind of somewhat make not so much connections, but reference to each other's companies, or at least DC did. Maybe I saw something wrong. Maybe it wasn't Black Panther.
Here's a list of Pentagon-approved no-go areas. Afghanistan will obviously come up, but just play it cool and try not to get into any tight corners.
A renowned nuclear physicist who threw a...
They're very so strong together,
You think it makes a difference to her?
Janie,
Your ex-girlfriend? She was a physicist too? You saw each other for 11 years.
Doug, one question at a time.
She has cancer as well. Doctors have given her 6 months. Isn't that right, Mrs. Slater?
You did not know about this. And
You are the world to me, John. You are my whole life.
I said, leave me alone!
Did he just kill them? What happened?
All we ever see of stars are their old photographs. It's July 1959, and I'm in love.
So that's him before whatever happened to him turned into a blue naked guy. Yeah.
Sean, I wish you gave us a little notice. I'm sure I made a face.
Oh no, no. I'm sure that you'll look beautiful. Her name is Janie Slater.
So Dr. Manhattan went to Jupiter, Mars. I think it's Mars. That's why they were not able to detect him. I thought he was on somewhere on Earth, on Sahara Desert or somewhere, But no, he's on another planet.
Sally Jupiter's kid.
You're the comedian, right? You're pretty cool in there.
You know your mom.
Why? My question like, why did she do that?
Don't you understand? The only thing that can bring John back is John. If he wants to find me, he will. I've been a prisoner in my life long enough.
Without Dr. Manhattan around...
Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember him. He's the one who killed the comedian.
Smartest man today, Moloch. Guy worked for Pyramid Transnational. More than just a delivery service, I take it. Last time I was here, I saw a pension check written from...
That guy's dead.
I'm guessing it's a front set up by whoever wants us masks dead. Now, no more lies, Moloch. Who runs Pyramid?
I knew it. I knew that the guy was dead.
Rorschach! This is the police. We know you're in there.
No. No.
If there's anybody in there with you, send them out unharmed.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Walked right into it. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Never surrender.
He's a good fighter. But I don't think he's gonna win this time. There are just a lot of them. See what I mean?
Why she stinks? Get that mask off! No! My purse! Give me back my purse! Vigilante Rorschach was apprehended and he's been identified.
Oh, this is okay. Now I understand. It's easy. Past.
Some nice flowers.
Yeah, nicely done. Okay. He was a menace.
Clouds. Come on.
Yo, you doing some weird stuff. Killing a child and then feeding to dogs. Seriously.
What? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? What the fuck you want? You killed my... I killed her. Arrest me. What? Arrest me! I did it! I said I did it! Christ! Look, I've got a problem, man. Fucking take me in. I need help.
Oh no.
Don't do that! Take me in! No! No! Men.
To be honest, I feel like he needed to be tortured first. I mean, weird mind, but still, what he did is just horrible.
Tremors of impact shook my arm. Warm blood splashed my face. Whatever was left of Walter Kovacs died that night with that little girl.
Hey, you're pretty famous, right? And you know what? I'm pretty famous too. Ain't that right? That's right. You know, maybe I can give you an autograph, huh? What you say, big boy?
Yeah, you asked for it.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
So sorry, I was snooping around and I must have hit the wrong button. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine.
You did not hit the wrong button. It did the signal fire and you just pressed it because you wanted to see what it's going to do. To be honest, I would have done the same.
Archie survived that.
Archie.
Oh, well, short for Archimedes. Marlin's pet owl. Stupid nickname.
How'd you ever afford all this stuff anyway?
My inches. Tall order.
I'm gonna turn this guy a new hole.
Relax, Lawrence. Soon.
Like you said before, I'm not locked in here with you. You are locked in here with me. That has to be one of the coldest lines.
Is that everyone?
Oh no, no. Oh, okay, she survived. I thought she was about to die like that. You better thank them because you were almost about to die. If they didn't show up, you're going to die for sure. You're so stupid. Very stupid.
Rorschach.
Daniel. Miss Jupiter, excuse me. Have to visit men's room.
Oh, for Christ.
Hey, you all right?
She was thinking about John and what Rachel said.
No. War, jailbreak.
Don't worry about it. Okay? Everything's gonna be fine. Talking.
Well, don't get too misty-eyed thinking about old times. You take care now, Hollis.
He's about to die, we all know that.
Bye.
Bye.
That is his last call.
Yeah. Hold your horses.
Mr. Owl, you there? Trick or treat. You should have stayed retired, Owl.
You're telling me that he's still strong, that he can take out these guys?
My life is just
So that's your father. Yeah, that's
I don't think your life is a joke.
the comedian is your father.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry if I don't trust your sense of humor.
Come to me. We won't get second chance.
He knows you're there, but I guess you don't know, so yeah, you do you.
Even I couldn't predict he'd be the one to have a change of heart.
Yep, he's good. He's a good fighter.
Then I neutralized John. No easy task. I put roughly $2 billion into Tachyon research to block John's vision of the future.
You used this.
They have no chance of beating him. They have no chance.
We're supposed to make the world a better place.
Dan, that's exactly what I am doing.
Nuclear war, human extinction.
The comedian was right. Humanity's savage nature will inevitably lead to global annihilation.
That is true, you know.
Save this planet. I had to trick it. With the greatest practical joke in human history.
Killing millions.
To save
Yeah, there's no way to run. There's no way to run. But it's not him who did this, but they won't know because of, they have this signature and all that, and it's pointing to Dr. Manhattan.
This wasn't caused by nuclear warheads. It was me.
Forgive me, girl.
He thinks he's killing him, but I don't think that he's going to come back. In the future, I think he's going to come back.
Such an asshole.
You know he's faster than bullets, right? You just need to shoot. Pretending, obviously.
It's your only triumph.
I'm disappointed in you, Adrian. I'm very disappointed.
And he thought he was dead.
Reassembling myself was the first trick I learned. It didn't kill Osterman. Did you really think it would kill me? I have walked across the surface of the sun. I have witnessed events so tiny and so fast.
I have walked in the surface of the sun. Yeah, yeah.
But you, Adrian, you're just a man. The world's smartest man poses no more threat to me than does its smartest termite. What's that? I understand.
So this is how it's gonna end.
Out of my way. People have to be told.
You know I can't let you do that.
Suddenly you discover humanity. Convenient. If you'd cared from the start, none of this would have happened.
I can change almost anything. But I can't change human nature.
And that is true.
That fights in a utopia. What's one more body amongst foundations? What are you waiting for? Breathe. Do it!
Why is he not fighting back?
Dad, a world united in a peace, there had to be sacrifice.
No! You haven't idealized mankind, but you've deformed it. You've mutilated it.
Okay, so this is the Watchmen. That is the Watchmen, yeah. I wasn't expecting everything else. I wasn't expecting what I saw, I was expecting it to be a generic superhero movie, like how they are now. Yes, some movies like the Batman and all these movies, they are unique and great and good, but they always feel somewhat similar to some of the movies that came out. But this one, it's so different. It just makes me remember how DC used to be like, or what it used to be like. Yeah, what it used to be like, and that was, but that it was never afraid to try new things. You know, they always try to try new things, and yeah, I think that was one of the things that I did love about DC. Yeah, no, not anymore, but back then that's what I loved. They were not afraid to be more realistic about the situation, be more real. I think yeah, I think that's the best way to say this. Be more real, not too much comedy, not too comedian. Or they always portray this world as more like how we see the world. Obviously, I'm not saying that the world does not have comedy. It does have comedy, but these superheroes, or especially the ones we see here, we do see that they do have stories, personal issues. Then they are also dealing with what is about to happen, and everything. I think that's building a story like that. Personally, I think it makes the entire movie a little bit more like it feels different, And this one here, I think how I see it, I don't really usually read comics. I don't read comics. I'm just gonna be honest here, but it feels more like when you read comics, especially when Rorschach, his name is a little bit hard to pronounce. Is like telling us what it is happening throughout the movie. So if you really do think about it, it's like when you are reading a comic book, when they like a little bit of what he's talking about, then we show what is really happening or what he's talking about. I think that is really nice what they did in this movie. It just makes it a little bit different. Considering that I think this movie, obviously, it came out before Iron Man, Avengers, all those movies. I think after that, every spy movie has always tried to be more like Marvel, which obviously the DC also tried to build their own cinematic universe. But was the director or person that people think was in charge uh, was Zack Snyder, and we know that he was not in charge because DC was never had someone like Kevin Feige at the helm of DC. So Zack Snyder was sort of he was the one who started the universe because his movie was the one who started the universe, which was Man of Steel. His vision was sort of like this movie, because this was the one also who directed this movie. So you could just see it, the slow motion and the way it tells the story. It's not always like direct and clear of a path. Like you can't really foresee what is going to happen in the future. And like other movies, it's like we start with our hero sort of defeating the or getting defeated by hero by the villain, then you get into the mid when he learns his lesson or a lesson, then in the final they win. No, no. I think they always try to do things a little bit different, a little bit unique. And watching this, I always thought that, but watching this, it just sort of confirmed that that's what it does, and I really do like that. When you don't foresee what is going to happen in the future, and I do appreciate that. So if you really do think about it, this was the one who was in charge of the entire DC sort of, because his movie is the one that sort of set the foundation. Now Man of Steel is a little bit more like the other superheroes, but it's a little bit also different because he tried to sort of put it in between, between us having not being able to foresee what's going to happen, but also trying to sort of stay in the comic route with it. Superman, his ideologies and all that. So it was a little bit of mix of both worlds, and I do love that movie. I really do love that movie. So yeah, but Marvel, DC owners, they didn't see this kind of path as something that they wanted to sort of invest in, because they wanted so that's that big money that Marvel was cashing in. Considering that they kind of built the universe, the DC we just wanted to rush things out. Yeah, that will kind of made the universe fail. I think if they really did build it out personally, I think if they did build it out, especially if they did want this concept of trying to make it more real and be a different from Marvel, I think everyone would have succeeded, to be honest. It's because they would have built it out and people would have understood what is going to happen, and Marvel will be doing what it does best, and this will be doing what it does best. And you as viewers as well, you would have much of a choice. Like, okay, this time I'm in a mood of watching like a fun family superhero comedy movie. You will go to Marvel. If you want to watch some real stuff or like, okay, this would what this would have happened if this was kind of the situation. If you want a serious tone, you would have wanted to see. We had both choices back then. Now it seems like we don't really have much of a choice. We kind of know what to expect in all these movies. And yeah, for me personally, I'm not saying I do hate comedy, family, fun movies. It's just if they do become a lot of them will become the same, then there isn't really much creativity. We're just all copying each other too much. Obviously, movie do copy each other, but we just have to add a little bit of your own thing in there so that it just feel separate and like its own thing. But nowadays, all of them are just the same, and I feel a little bit disappointed, especially with the DC. The new path they're taking. We'll see where it goes. This movie does, a lot of. I think of the characters, I think I do like Rorschach. Yeah, that name is a little bit hard to pronounce. I think I do like I think he's my favorite character because it's sort of the main character if you do think about it a little bit. Because we do see, him becoming sort of investigating. At first I thought he was the question, what was the mask and all, but his mask is a little bit different. So I didn't know him, to be honest. So I thought he was the main character. Then we do see him going to prison and coming out and teaming with Night Owl, and it was really nice. And the fact that we also get to see the past of these people, like the military men instead of the Watchmen, like the first heroes to sort of do this kind of thing, when they also come into play, but they contribute to what is happening in their own way, and also sort of changes the people's view, especially the new Watchmen. It's a very difficult thing to do, especially with a movie that is. I don't think they put this in cinemas around 3 hours, but this movie I just watched it 3 hours long. Yeah, 3 hours, but still, I think in the theaters it was like 2:30 or 2:45 or somewhere around there. I still think that people still understood this movie, and if you don't like it, it's understandable. It's a little bit if you don't really pay too much attention, a lot of things are gonna be confusing, or you might not understand what is happening. So you have to pay attention at all times, because some things really do slick, just you never understand them. But sometimes, we have two people at the same scene, and someone else doing their own thing, and that that's doing on their thing. Someone is doing more action, and that action you have to pay attention to what he's doing because it is very important to the story. Then the other one is also busy talking. You have to listen to what he's saying because it is also important to the story. So you have to pay attention with both of your with the eyes, and you have to listen at the same time to. There are two different things that are happening at the same time, but they don't feel like they are overlapping or confusing if you are listening. So I think that's not ever really easy. If you just put yourself in the shoes of, can you be capable of doing that? Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. So I do praise the Jackson for how he does do his own things. I think there's still a little bit more creativity in him when it comes to his way of doing movies. To try to sort of differentiate himself from the other directors. And of course, we do have phenomenal directors all over the place, like Christopher Nolan is also one of those people. So yeah, we still do have this artist, and we can always look forward to them doing different type of projects that are artistic. And yeah, The Watchmen is one of those movies, and I do love this movie. The story, especially the ending, is one of the things that I did not expect, and I was a little bit mad at Dr. Manhattan, sort of letting Adrian leave because I was like, dude, we just killed millions of people, and you're just gonna let him leave. But then you think about what is happening, like from the first moment that turn on when you start watching this movie, we do see Blake or the comedian watching TV and talking about World War III or nuclear things that are about to happen. And when you do think about it, like, okay, so there was going to be a nuclear war that was going to happen, but because of Adrian, sort of quick thinking, but also weird solution, he sort of solved that issue by killing millions to save billions. I mean, yes, I do remember the line from Captain America that we don't exchange life or something like that along those lines. We don't trade lives, yes. But in this concept, I think if you do look at the bigger picture, if Adrian didn't do this, and if Dr. Manhattan didn't also sort of agree to this, everyone was going to extinct, everyone was going to die, and there was no going to be joint forces or anything like that. People were going to die, all of them. Nobody was going to save her. So if you really do think it in a more of a bigger picture, it's understandable that, it's sacrificing, millions. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, I know, and I don't want to say it, but yeah, if you look at the bigger picture, the sacrifice billions for billions is somewhat of a worthy trade, You just have to be lucky ones to survive and be able to tell a story and how horrifying this was. But, I think this was sort of a quick thinking that, okay, we're gonna blame Dr. Manhattan. Of course, getting blamed is something that I don't think Dr. Manhattan would have loved it, but also we kind of saw that in the entire movie he was sort of drifting apart from the humans and their ways of doing things, So either way, he didn't really want to be on the planet. He just even ran away from the planet and went to Mars. But like, I don't want to deal with this, So even I think Adrenaline sort of blaming on him was a smart idea because Dr. Manhattan didn't really care. He really didn't care. Yeah, it's just my brain is trying to say something, but I can't even say it. Just that concept, I think it's a great concept, Yeah, I just can't stop thinking about what this movie, the ending was just not what I expected it, or I expected Dr. Manhattan to sort of kill him, but he didn't. And also, the entire world is now singing song about peace and all that. Everyone, they're sort of shaking hands and happy, and they've joined forces to look for somebody that is no longer on Earth and has already like started his own planet and his own thing, another place. So if you do think about it in that kind of way, so you see, there's no more potential of World War III. At least in the moment, they're always going to disagree on something in the future and they might start to threaten each other again. So yeah, until then, at least the world for now is safe for at least a few of 100 years, maybe. Yeah, I think that was somewhat of a quick thinking, but if you see it in a more of, if you don't really listen to the story or this character storylines, I think you might not like this movie. I'm just gonna be honest. You might think it's confusing. It's just concluded with a lot of things happening, and if you really do think about it, I don't really blame you, but I do also sort of blame you that you did not really listen. But if you listen and just didn't like it, yeah, I don't know what you like, man. I don't know, man. It's, it's okay, it's fine. You can watch other things too. So yeah, it's a great movie. I wasn't ready for this movie. Some of the things that I saw, I don't play this in front of your parents or anyone that you respect. Maybe with your friends you can, but other than that, don't. And I do believe that in theaters they did cut those scenes, all of those scenes, or they did do some visual effects to cover those parts. So I wasn't expecting for that because this one is the extended vision, the director's cut, and it's a very, very explicit, just yeah, to not watch it with anyone you would consider respectable or you respect, your parents or anyone or in front of a large group. You don't play it. You can play the same vision, the ones that people not see those kind of things, You can play that one. I believe it's out there. You can watch it. So you can watch that one. But this one, those scenes, I do hope that I do manage to cut them all out before I put this one on YouTube because yeah, I don't wonder. I want to get banned because of that. So anyway, guys, please comment down below. What did you think about this movie? Do you like it or do you hate it? Or just write it down. What did you think? And that being said, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.